Hello everyone, this is my 8th video. Today I'm going to talk about 9 consciousnesses. If you are watching this video for the first time, I request you to watch my last video before watching this so that you will understand this video more clearly. When you chant nammyohorengekyo, you put yourself in harmony with the universal law, and thus we are able to bring forth the highest state of one's life, revealing one's inherent Buddhahood. Whilst chanting, you summon up the courage and wisdom from within yourself in order to overcome any problem in your life you may be facing, rather than asking for help from outside. Everything in the universe is an expression of this law. Everything acts in accordance with this universal law. We must obey the universal law in the same way we naturally obey the other natural laws, such as the law of gravity. If you act in contrary to these laws, for an example of law of gravity, by walking off a tall building, we obviously suffer grave repercussions. Similarly, if you go against the universal law, the law of life, in the end, we end up in suffering. One can say that we do not need to understand nammyohorengekyo theoretically to benefit from chanting it. Yes, because even if we do not understand what it means or how it works, we can put ourselves in rhythm with the universal law simply through chanting nammyohorengekyo. Buddhism does not teach the necessity of blind faith. The deep desire to seek the truth is expressed as the study. Even Nichiren Daishonin states, exert yourself in 2 ways of practice and study. Without practice and study, there can be no Buddhism. Both practice and study arise from faith. Buddhism means understanding the reality through developing one's own wisdom. Of course, you need Buddha's wisdom to understand it fully, but it is always better to have a basic theoretical understanding if we are to get the most from chanting nammyohorengekyo. This is the reason why I am sharing my little knowledge based on the teachings of Shakyamuni Gautama Buddha and Nichiren Daishonin. Let me continue with this information as to how a belief has evolved in self or ego entity or self-esteem or self-importance. In the evolution of life on earth, from simpler organisms to more complex forms, the dominant biological urge which developed and continues to govern the behavior of all living organisms is that of survival. The desire and struggle to stay alive was and is a major concern. To survive in a competitive and hostile environment, an organism has to evolve, and it was necessitated to develop mechanisms such as different types of sense organs to detect danger that are likely to be encountered in the environment, an information storage system that enables the sense organs to identify objects and stimuli through past experiences of similar encounters that are stored in memory. To ensure that these functions are carried out, a belief has evolved in self-ego. This belief in I, me, and mine has become a characteristic of human existence. The name self is just a convenient term for a collection of physical and mental factors, in the same way that the name forest is just a convenient term for a collection of trees. A sensory system of 6 sense organs also evolved, namely eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Everything is transient. All things come into being and die. Bodily and mental processes are in the state of constant flux. Nothing is the same from moment to moment. Everything and everyone are interdependent. The whole of the universe is an intricate web of interacting phenomena. Common forms of energy include solid mass or as non-solid matter such as heat, light, electrical, sound, gravitational, potential that is stored energy, and kinetic that is energy of motion. Quantum physics states that mass and energy are interchangeable, and consequently that mass is merely a manifestation of energy. This means that everything, including humans, is simply energy stored in mass particle form. According to the theories associated with the universal energy field, all matter and psychological processes, that is, thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and attitudes, are composed of energy. When applied to the human body, every atom, molecule, cell, tissue, and body system is composed of energy that, when superimposed on each other, create what is known as the human energy field. Now I will talk about 9 consciousnesses. The word consciousness is translated from the Sanskrit word vijnana and refers to one's mind, self-awareness, and one's capability to recognize the various energies that influence our lives. Buddhism explains that there are 9 levels of consciousnesses or discernments or awarenesses within the human mind. These operate together to influence our lives. Out of the 9 consciousnesses, the first consciousness is sight consciousness. The second consciousness is hearing. The third consciousness is smell. Fourth consciousness is taste. Fifth consciousness is touch. Sixth consciousness is mind. The above 6 consciousnesses are the consciousnesses of the external material world. The 7th, 8th, and 9th consciousnesses are the consciousnesses of the internal, unseen, spiritual world. 7th consciousness does not rely directly upon our sense organs being stimulated in order to operate. This 7th consciousness, which enables us to form ideas, to imagine things, to make assessments of something good or bad, differentiate between right and wrong, to apprehend and express the unseen side of our life. When we are awake, we operate primarily on the level of these 7 consciousnesses, that is, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th consciousnesses. During the day, we are influenced by a countless number of sensory information of the external world, allowing us to concentrate on one thing at a time while being aware of what is going around us. 7th, 8th, and 9th consciousnesses are the consciousnesses of the internal, unseen world. The 8th consciousness is the storehouse consciousness, equates to our memory, storehouse of all our individual experiences, thoughts, words, and deeds. The repository of the effects of the causes that we have made in our eternal past. The 9th consciousness is the fundamental, original, and absolutely pure universal consciousness, which constitutes the essence of our lives, very core of our lives, or the pure, undefiled life force of the universe. At different times, different levels of consciousnesses are stronger or weaker. For example, when we are awake or asleep, but all 9 are inseparable and are therefore always a part of our lives, whether we are aware of them or not. Remember my 7th video, I discussed about how life began on Earth, up to how humans evolved, and how we originally inherited the original, fundamental, pure cosmic life energy. Originally, humans possess a pure universal consciousness, one of pure energy. Due to behavioral patterns, personality, and change of civilization patterns, humans have gone through a lot of changes. Nichiren Daishin states, we are born in the latter day of the law. People's minds are always self-indulgent, unfocused, deluded, defiled by the 3 poisons of greed, anger, and stupidity, filled with delusions, filled with earthly desires, and we never know where they will lead us. Here, mind means 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th consciousnesses. In the letter to Gijobo, the Buddha wrote that one should become the master of one's mind rather than let one's mind master oneself. This is what I mean when I emphatically urge to give up even your body and never begrudge even your life for the sake of the Lotus Sutra. Our original pure 9th consciousness, tapped by chanting nammyohorengekyo, we put ourselves in harmony with the universal law, and you summon up the courage and wisdom from within yourself, and we are able to bring forth the highest state of our life, revealing our inherent Buddhahood. Because our ninth consciousness, which is the source of cosmic life force, pure universal consciousness, once put in harmony with the universal rhythm, can purify our six sense organs so that your ninth consciousness can take charge of your mind, that is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth consciousnesses, and therefore you can be the master of your mind. Please stay tuned for my next video by clicking on the bell icon and subscribing to this channel so you'll be alerted once it's released. Thanks for watching. I hope you all stay safe. See you in the next session.